Hey guys, it's Elsa here and welcome back to another, I think it's gonna be a small theory video. But this one is about, Aaron and the Shadow Lord. And I found it extremely interesting when I caught up to it, because I wasn't really sure if I was gonna watch season 3 of Minecraft Diaries, because I wasn't really sure if I kinda lost interest in season 2, and I thought that it wouldn't really be that strong if I came back, but I started watching it regardless, later, just like a couple days ago. And I'm starting to get into it very much, and it's starting to solve. Well, there's some stuff that they're starting to answer my questions. Like recently, the Shadow Lord answered that he actually, when people die, he decides who will become a Shadow Knight, which I didn't know before because I had asked if like who dies, who becomes a Shadow Lord, who does, or who becomes a Shadow Knight and who doesn't. Because Zane had pleaded for the Shadow Lord to make him a Shadow Knight because he wanted to get revenge and get the power to, like, so-called, like, run the hell. And that was extremely interesting that the Shadow Lord picks all of his knights. But what was even more interesting to me was the fact that Aaron was able to take control of the Shadow Lord before he could kill Aphmau. And then later on proving that Aaron is still, like, in his mind, like, his soul is still there, but he's still in the body. So I'm just going to take an assumption that when the Shadow Lord takes over or decides for a Shadow Knight to, like, well, I don't really actually know what really happens. When someone dies in, like, the overworld, and then the Shadow Lord decides to pick them as a Shadow Knight, they keep their soul, but they go into a new, like, they say they keep their body and they keep their soul in their original body. Because that's what happened to Aaron. Aaron's soul is still in his body, but the Shadow Lord, Shad's soul, is in his body as well, and he has, like, the overall control. But the thing I wonder is that since Aaron was able to take control of the Shadow Lord, or Shad, whatever, for a couple seconds to save Aphmau, I wonder if he could actually, like, presumably live again by controlling his body with Shad in it. Like, he could actually be alive again. Because as long as, because if Shad died and and that stuff, I assume that because he's, like, the person with the most control, that the body would just die and Aaron's soul would go up to heaven or hell or whatever. But if the Shadow Lord is controlling it, I think he's, like, a big part of, like, whether the soul remains in the body. Because when the Shadow Lord picks Shadow Knights, it's usually like your body will lay in the ground and then your soul will go to heaven, or you'll, like, rise up and you'll be able to sleep peacefully. But in this kind of scenario, Aaron doesn't. He stays in his body with the Shad. And he was able to protect Aphmau from Shad at this last part. So that I'm just saying, like, what if, like, he learned to control Shad, so that way, like, he'd be able to, like, talk to Aphmau, and it'd be like, oh, wait, is this gonna be, like, a Lawrence scenario, because Lawrence was a Shadow? Well, he doesn't have, like, another person in his body, he just has to control his temptations by, yeah, he technically could then. Aaron could technically live again if he learned to control Shad in his body. As long as Shad doesn't die, which I don't think he can die, that I know of, unless his body actually physically gets killed, I can only assume, then will he die. But if Aaron in the meantime were learned to control, like, Shad within himself, and he could, like, talk to Aphmau without having him, like, interfere, kind of like he did now, like, the thing that would happen, like, all this time Aaron would be in control, like, in this, like, case scenario, Aaron would be in complete control, and then, like, the time where he, like, stops and Aaron stops him, it would be Shad. So Aaron would have complete control over himself, but Shad would still be there inside him, like, sometimes, there. But he can't, like, kill Shad, otherwise, like, I think the body will just die, because that's the only thing that's keeping him alive. And also so is the relic, because since he's dying, his relic is the thing I think that keeps him alive most of the time, or his power at least. That's why Aaron was able to break through and save Aphmau, and that's why he was all weak and his voice is changing. So he needs to get the relic. And I think if he does get the relic, then, well, he'll continue his rage towards Aphmau, which I'm guessing he's going to do. But the thing is, if Eren learned to control over Shad, I know Aphmau wants his soul to go to rest, but I wonder if he could just, like, live another life again and just never die. I doubt that's gonna actually happen. Like, Eren is actually going to learn how to control his body, but I'm just saying, like, wouldn't that be a possibility? Because he did it here for just brief seconds, but couldn't he do it for even longer if he learned how to, like, control it and, like, suppress Shad's, like, control over him? I don't know if he would technically be suffering, but I guess it just depends on how willing he is to try to live. I assume that he might. I don't know how it would portray the story or how it would make it any better. I assume that with this ability for Eren to come in and, like, stop the Shadow Lord, that this is some important information that, like, later on will result in, like, Aphmau having a harder time killing him. I'm guessing when she will towards the end. Will have a harder time killing him because Eren will be there too, and he'll use Eren to scare her like he did in this episode. But, like, also, the thing is, like, with Shadow Knights, like, Zane, I'm guessing that Zane's soul is still within Zane's body, but, like, he just suffers now with the Shadow Lord. But I'm just trying to remember, like, because, like, Lawrence was a completely different story. Lawrence escaped in the this first time we met him. He escaped from the Shadow Lord and tried to live in the overworld, which is what Eren could do. If he learned to control Shad enough, he totally could. My question is, like, if Shad dies, does Eren die? I think so. It's kind of like if we're talking about Zane, if Zane is a Shadow Knight and Zane died, then his body would have no one to possess him or to control him, and his soul would go to heaven or hell. I think. Or is he already in hell because he would become a Shadow Knight? I don't know. But his soul would be put to rest. And I'm guessing that's when you would, like, actually die. Because I don't know if Shadow Knights can actually... Can they actually die? Oh, but they can get immortality. Which I'm guessing that Zane is doing that right now. So he can die. He's trying to do it through Shad's relic. But, I mean, I guess technically Shad would be immortal because he did all the things to, like, he's a Shadow Lord. I'm guessing he's killed, like, the most people, so he's probably immortal. Wait, if a Shadow Knight is immortal, does that literally just mean they live forever? Doesn't that mean that there's absolutely no way to save Eren? Unless, like, he gets locked away somewhere forever? Because I don't think there's a way that Eren's soul can actually be put to rest unless Shad is put to rest. But Shad is immortal. So, I don't think there's actually a way that Eren's soul can part from his body besides the body dying. But the body can't die. So technically Eren would be suffering with Shad forever. Without even intentionally. Unless somehow Shad died. Then Eren would die, and then his body would die, and then he would be put to rest. But as far as we know, I don't think Shad can actually die unless he doesn't have the relic for long enough, or if he doesn't have the relic, I guess. And at this rate, he is dying. So, or maybe he doesn't die, maybe he just loses control over the body. Yeah, but then Eren would die, so then the body would die. So yes, I guess so. But then would Shad just be a soul? I don't know. It's an intriguing theory about, like, who controls what, and what controls, like, what does death presume? Does that mean that the control of the body is over? Eren is still in control? But I'm just taking off of what I remember. There's probably some stuff I'm missing that I've talked about before that is related to this, but those are just my thoughts about it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about what's happening in Minecraft Diaries Season 3. I'd love to hear your opinions, because I don't know how I feel about it right now. I'm actually liking it, but it was kind of slow at first, so I'm wondering how it's going to end. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.